We had some nice off-the-cuff intros, but now they're gone, so you will have to just pretend that they were good. Welcome to COVID Cast, free period edition. I am sick as a dick. 3 years into COVID, I finally got on the hype train. It's like when I buy a comic or buy a movie and I was going to watch it immediately and then I put it off for like 3 years.
Just so you know, we are socially distanced because still haven't had it.
And that's why you are the host. Take it away.
Because you were dead.
The main symptom is I am dumb now.
No, that was there before.
No, but I can't focus on shit. It took me, like, we'll talk about it next week. We'll explain that later. But I was reading, like, a single issue of a comic, 22 pages with commercials. And it took me, like, 2 straight hours, because I would get distracted by fucking anything.
See, I'm breaking out alfoil.
Oh, man. I could bubble wrap for days. Which is why I'm going to go close that sliding door while you introduce the show.
Okay. So, leaning into clearly...
Who are you?
Oh, yeah. I should probably do that. Hi, I'm going to be the chairperson of this episode. My name's Kyle.
The chairman?
Yep.
Okay.
I want to be in a big chair.
Alright.
With big, like, high-wing back. Over in his sick bed is actual host Toby.
I put on shoes for this.
I feel like the listeners will appreciate that.
It's a mind thing. Like, if you're wearing shoes, you're doing something and you're, like... and you're working. If you're wearing socks, you're being lazy.
What about me? I'm bare feet in pajamas.
Yeah, you're ready for bed is what that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I can't focus on a topic until I get better.
And SDCC just happened.
Yeah. So we've got things to talk about. So we can do a nice easy free period.
Yeah, we figured we had the free license to do a somewhat free period / news roundup.
And we will probably do the same next week. Just until I'm on track again. It's been a delight, I'm not gonna lie. Everyth's a fun new adventure for me at the moment.
It's a forced holiday.
It really is. So take it away. What's the first thing on your little springboard there? What do you got?
Well, I don't know like how much of SDCC you remember, but it was basically Marvel announcing Marvel.
It feels like it was way longer ago. I guess the juggernaut of media is just thundering so quickly.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that wasn't that long ago.
No.
But it's good because it's like, you know, as far as spoilers go, everyone should know everything at this point. We're good.
I don't feel this year was as big as it has been. It was really quiet.
We're still in a weird post-COVID sort of thing.
I don't know. But, so we had lots of Marvel announcements.
Which is weird because we got Disney 23 coming up soon, don't we? That's what it's called.
D23.
Yeah. And I'm sure they'll be sitting on some stuff for that too, no doubt.
Yeah, but I don't think Marvel... It does count, but it kind of doesn't.
It gives them...
Like, it's not one of their home things.
It gives them a focal point. They don't have to compete for attention with Nintendo and Warner Brothers and, like, 3 or 4 other big old
But
things.
that's the thing. If you launch all your Marvel stuff at SDCC... it means that you're not competing for your own attention.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what.
Like, they can announce Pixar stuff, they can announce Disney stuff, they could do some Star Wars. They don't have to worry about the Marvel. And Star Wars was announced at something else recently, too. I don't remember what the event was, but, like, they announced a lot. So giving, you know, quick rundown, we have the next Ant-Man. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yep.
I have to say, I think they came up with the best idea. They don't have to come up with fancy titles.
Well, 'cause they're just volumes?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good work for them.
I know it's like, because it's like mixtapey, but it comes off very comic booky to me. Because of the volumes in the trades.
Secret Invasion.
Yep.
Which we knew was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they've set it up completely. Loki Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, I'm interested. Loki, I know you didn't watch it. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared to like it as much as I did. So, I'll give it. We have Marvel's Echo, Blade, one that you might be interested in, Ironheart.
Mm-hmm. We saw her in the Black Panther trailer, I think.
Well, we see what might end
Unconfirmed,
up being her.
but literally someone's building a big steel thing and knocking a big heart out of it. If it's not Ironheart, who we know is coming up in this phase, come on. It's gotta be.
Hence my, call out.
Marvel fatigue's getting pretty bad, and I don't think this oversaturation phase is gonna help it.
One thing that might do well, Daredevil.
That'll definitely do just fine.
Especially because they've announced Charlie Cox is coming back.
Yeah, that's exactly right, of course. The fact that it's called Born Again's making people kind of like raise an eyebrow a little bit because season 3 was kind of Born Again already.
Yeah.
This is Born a third time.
Born again.
Yeah. I mean, they've done the Phoenix Saga multiple times. They can do Born Again. I'm fine with that. I'm not mad.
Interesting one that I would like to get your perspective on.
Okay.
Fantastic Four.
I don't think... Look, at this point, I'm not even dead of hope because there never was any. It probably won't be good because Fantastic Four has such an amazing track record for being not very good in film. I mean, Mr. Fantastic showed up in Doctor Strange and everyone hung shit on him.
The reason I'm interested for your input, not just because the history of Fantastic Four, but we have our first married couple playing Sue and... is it Stu?
Sue and Reed Richards.
That's it.
Will they be about 30 years age difference like the original books?
I think they could do it.
They should not make him as much of a horrible sexist pig as the original.
I mean, we probably should hope they don't, but it's Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. Who I'm pretty sure he was the one that was in Multiverse.
Yeah, but that's a fan demand. Everyone wants him in that role. I'm fine with that. I think...
But it might
I would want to give it a try because of the representation of Fantastic Four, because that is the birthplace of Marvel. Like, Captain America, a version of Johnny Storm, and, like, Namor. Or Namor, depending on... Depends on which version. They all existed, but it was, like, Timely Comics. It was nothing. Atlas, maybe. But Stan Lee's first thing to compete with the boom that was the Justice League was the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So, doesn't matter how goofy the plot lines are, doesn't matter what a chauvinistic pig Reed Richards is, doesn't matter how many children they have, how many weird bullshit tangents they go on as a comic group, it's still the base plate. So you sort of, I don't know, I have respect for it in that sense, because it's like, the first.
Yeah.
So I hope it's decent, but, there was those ones with, Chris Evans, and... Is that Halle Berry? It's not, is it? I always struggle with this. It's one of those notoriously attractive actresses that just blur together for me.
Now I'm trying to think.
I'd go by producer because the only other example would be the Roger Corman ones. Oh, fuck, there was Fan 4 Stick as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that was under the radar. I forgot about that one.
That's the best one.
No.
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba, thank you.
Michael, Chiklis was the big bad.
Yeah, because he was in The Shield. Not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the other one. Yeah, those are a funny, goofy time. The fact that Roger Corman, champion behind Bucket of Blood, made the first Fantastic Four movie is fun to me.
Man, we watched that film.
Yeah, I gave you a comparison so you could mentally imagine what his Fantastic Four was like.
Yeah.
So it does not take much for them to surpass previous Fantastic Four movie iterations, but I don't expect them to because it's like a cursed property at this point. It's like that Eskimo movie that keeps getting fat actors killed.
Oh, I was going to say it's like that shop in our local shopping centre that can't last.
The takeaway bit that is always out of business.
The haunted shop next to McDonald's.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Something else you might be interested in?
Mm-hmm.
She-Hulk comes out this month.
She-Hulk's a fun character. And I have, like, her current run sitting on the shelf. I have not attempted it yet. But she has sort of fallen by the wayside now.
Yeah.
Now that Deadpool's so popular. But she was the fourth wall goof character before Deadpool, like, sort of...
I feel like she would have been more popular around the time of Ally McBeal. Because it's, like... I get very similar vibes.
Yeah, I think she's cool. The trailers look alright. I know people bitch about the CGI, but it's... CGI just has... It is what it is. They should have hired just a bodybuilder and spray painted her Lou Ferrigno style. Yeah. But Lou Ferrigno looked goofy as shit. And if you look at it on a higher quality TV, you'll notice that he's wearing, like, Crocs. Yeah. But, like, 80s weird prototype Crocs instead of feet. I think because that version is so goofed on now, they probably didn't want to go for it, and, you know, CGI's cheaper. But with the amount of CGI, like, backlash Marvel's getting at the moment, about how shitty and sweatshoppy it is, they'll probably have to treat the people doing it better. Which might end up backfiring, and just spray painting in a tough, tall lady would have been a better idea.
I hope that it doesn't go down the Batwoman road.
Of what they get recast after season 1, because acting's hard. I want to go back to being just an Instagram influencer or whatever the fuck that lady does for a living. What a waste.
That series got absolutely just annihilated.
One of the fucking golden treasures of Gotham City just thrown into some garbage CW. Fucking oh man. We've got to do an episode. We've got to watch a season of that.
Didn't you buy both seasons?
I've got them there for this podcast. It'll be like when we did Suicide Squad. Hey, listen to our back episodes.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where I'm like, this is going to be one of those, like, torturous episodes.
Not looking forward to that, ladies and gentlemen.
Because Allergy, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Elegance, but shortened. That Batwoman run that was in, like, the middle of Detective is still some of my favourite. And they made her twin sister just wear a leather jacket and imply that she's crazy. Where's the lunatic Alice in Wonderland bitch that I love so much?
Also, isn't she supposed to be, like, a lesbian?
Who?
Batwoman?
Yeah. She was in season 1, but now she's African American because the lesbian one left.
No, but isn't the character a lesbian?
Yes.
Because she is in Bombshells.
Yeah, she's an LGBT character, but that isn't her defining feature. No, and that's what I like about it.
But she's with the cop.
She's usually with Maggie Sawyer. I'm going to fact check this because that doesn't sound because
that sounds like the one from Supergirl.
I'm pretty sure she's a Metropolis person.
Well, that would make sense because the one in Supergirl is also... She ends up being LGBT.
I'm fact checking. Maggie Sawyer, I did it. Look at me. My brain is starting to work again. And Renee Montoya for a little while, but you know, I remember her with the blonde chick. That's depends on what you're reading.
She's with the blonde chick in Bombshells.
Yeah, but it never.
It's not.
It wasn't important because she has like other goals.
I know, but
you know, a lot of it feels like we've got to make an LGBT character, and then everything's based on that. Whereas she was like a character that seems to have been written with feelings and emotions and goals with an LGBT
thing but I remember when we were looking
it felt genuine.
When they first announced the show with Ruby Rose, who was season 1 actor, that we were worried they were going to like really push into it.
Oh, they did.
And then they did, and we were like, well, this is stupid. And then they came back and they were like, this woman. And we were like, hang on a second.
Wait a second.
Where is your stereotyping casting?
Stunt casting.
I suppose while we're bridging into DC, there was only like 3 announcements.
Warner Brothers is very locked down at the moment. Once they merged with Discovery, a bunch of shit got taken off the board.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'd rather them focus on a few things than, like, flail around like Sony does with their Marvel stuff. They're like... I don't know, they were going to do Wonder Twins. I sent you the list of currently, like, confirmed stuff with DC. They didn't announce much, but there is things. It's just none of it's really, like...
The only things they announced
officially
is Black Adam, Shazam,
and it's funny that those two are the
Gotham Knight.
Yeah, but I like that Gotham Knight looks so CW and boring already that, like, the game Gotham Knight have, like, put out a statement. It's like, we're not affiliated, don't worry about it.
No, I'm talking about the game, not the TV show.
So the TV show's not on your radar either.
No.
Yeah. So they've got...
about the 15 minutes of gameplay they put up, like, last night.
Right. Well, I've got their list here prepared. We've got another season of the Harley Quinn animated series.
Which they have said they do not plan to bring Joker in, they're not breaking up Harley and Poison.
I like the show. I have a bug in my ass about that because, psychologically I don't need to project lovers onto every character because I can get lovers. It's true, meaningful friendships between, like...
women.
Brothers in arms. No, not even necessarily that. Just Harley and Ivy, those sort of examples of just, like, genuine friendship.
What's the test?
That's the shit that I'm like, oh. The Bechdel test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fail now.
The Sandman Netflix series, Pennyworth is getting another season somehow. The prequel. League of Super Pets is going to come and go in the night quietly. No one's going to care. I hope. I don't want to see a bunch of memes about it. I just want it to go away.
I feel like it has.
Stargirl's getting another season.
That's good.
Yeah, good for her. Titans is getting another season. We're also getting another Aquaman. That Flash movie is still kind of plodding along quietly. We don't know what to do with it. I think it should come out because it's done at this point. Ezra Miller is a piece of shit, but we knew that before this movie had started. If you remember him strangling that woman. But every other person working on it doesn't deserve to be dragged down by one lunatic. That's the part where I'm like, I don't like that he's making money, but literally everyone else involved
They should just donate his share.
I don't think they're allowed to contractually just void all of his money out of it. That's
if he's in prison.
I'm surprised he wasn't. He literally kidnapped children.
I don't remember what the argument was this morning, but I was saying to you, I don't remember.
Alright, well, the Blue Beetle looks good.
I'm just going to write down a timestamp.
Okay. The Blue Beetle suit I'm excited about, but that's really all we know about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Superman and Lois, Doom Patrol, My Adventures with Superman, Sweet Tooth, Flash, and Peacemaker all getting new seasons. This is the last Flash season, apparently. Batgirl will be getting one. I'm hesitant because she's in the Cherry Hill costume, but, There's a lot of good versions of Batgirl. Just because the costume's one of the bad ones doesn't mean the whole thing's going to suck. We don't know yet.
Okay, we'll remain
We've got that
hopefully optimistic.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. Speaking of cautious optimism, we've got the Lady Gaga Harley Quinn Joker 2 musical. But the first one was so annoyingly atrocious to me, and such a blatant, horrible misinterpretation of mental health, that if they're just going to start whacking music into it as well for no reason, then go for it. Run this fucker into the ground. Batman Caped Crusader, that animated series, continuation. Madam X, Green Lantern, Zatanna, we still don't know anything about it, but it's happening. Wonder Woman 3, Constantine, Batman 2, or The Batman, I suppose. Arkham, the Penguin's supposed to be getting a spin-off. Static Shock, Black Canary, apparently an untitled Amanda Waller series. And an untitled James Gunn project, which I like to think is him returning for Scooby-Doo 3. But it's very unlikely.
No, he's just going to do a Weasel film.
Fuck, he might.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Let's not forget who wrote Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah.
With all the news coming up again of that.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a DC property.
It's a Warner Brother game, and because it's untitled, he could just be at Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
I say pull Lollipop.
that's all DC stuff.
Pull Lollipop Chainsaw in the DC universe. Who cares? It's fine.
Again, with the I wouldn't put it past him.
We need one more Tara Strong character, just one more.
And this time, it's actually played better.
Raven, Batgirl, Harley. She's probably done like several other bit versions of everyone else. Just throw another one in. Fuck it.
Oh no. What seems to be more exciting for most people, the new D&D movie.
Yeah.
That seems to be like gaining traction for a movie that's like not.
Didn't they do?
Like, I understand
no, I'm
D&D
thinking of
is,
the
like,
World of Warcraft movie.
Big,
Yeah.
but like it's not a like main film.
I think it is. It's one of those. It's the Goofy movie rule. If everyone says D&D is underrated, then it's not underrated.
Yeah. But like, I mean, it's not a Marvel or a DC or a.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested.
Yeah, good on it.
Just depends on how well they do it, because it's such a huge thing to try and tackle.
It's so open.
Yeah. So it really depends on like how they manage it.
Yeah.
Oh, the only other thing I need to really mention, because I know you've got some video game news over there.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
And I had one other one that I might be saving for next week, but we'll see how we go for time. I might piss it away now. Usually when we do a news episode, it jinxes it and a bunch of new shit comes out immediately after. So maybe if I say it now, I'll get more of an update for myself. It's a selfish use of podcasts.
Hocus Pocus 2.
I'm sure they all look really good. Because that movie's like, what, from the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone involved seems to have aged really well, honestly. I kind of expected less.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are confused by what we saw in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like...
Did they die or anything at the end of the first one? I don't know. Did they get banished or some shit?
Yeah, kind of.
Alright. Vague banishment. You can always come back for that.
But, so the big thing is that the cat in Hocus Pocus...
The boy.
Thackeray Binks.
Was he a virgin? Or is that a different boy?
That's a different boy.
Different boy.
This is the 1800s boy that his sister gets kidnapped.
Oh yeah, they're friends and they talk and all sorts of bullshit, yeah.
He dies. His sister comes and collects him and takes him to the other side. There is a black cat in the trailer.
Yeah, but there's multiple black cats.
They are different black cats!
Yeah, this is one over there in the couch. There's more than one.
I have been now confronted by multiple people that are like, but Thackeray Binks died. Why is there a black cat? I'm like, they're witches?
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if the movie ends with them tied to stakes and burnt and fucking killed.
Well, that's what they do in the beginning. That's why they, like, get trapped. They are literally tied to stakes.
From ashes you have rised, and from ashes you shall one day return.
Actually, I think they get hung by the neck.
Because they're in Salem, aren't they?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Halloween Town's a different movie.
It is. Halloween Town is a magical movie.
Halloween Town sounds like it would be in Massachusetts as well, anyway.
I don't remember where it is.
Oh, well, I googled that. You tell me.
Because it's a real,
story.
like, town.
Ew.
You can go there and there's the giant pumpkin.
Okay.
Because, it's all sets. So rather than building on, like, a green screen, they actually just found a place that
It's
was,
in
like...
Oregon. It's in St. Helens, Oregon.
Yeah.
Cool. I like when they do that shit. Isn't all of Lord of the Rings still where they left it?
Yep.
Cool. The Titanic's still where they left it.
But I don't think they built most of St. Helens. I think they just went in and were like, yeah, this has got, like, the aesthetic.
Yeah, it's one of those vague middle of America, but not the forest, but not the deserty version like Utah. It's one of those other...
Yeah.
I don't know geology.
We can
or
tell.
maps. Cartology? Or is that hearts? Is that heart study?
No, that's cardiology.
Ah.
Cartology is maps. You were correct.
Oh, I doubted myself. I'm not good at either of those.
I'm outlining. I think you're faking your COVID test.
I'm bouncing around. I'll go this.
But no, I'm interested to see what they do.
You like that movie?
I do like that movie, which is why I was, like, concerned that they wouldn't do it justice.
Oh yeah, that's the fear. That's the nerd fear that
Especially
we all
because
get.
it's been so long. Like, it's very different when you make a sequel within, like, 5 years. When it's pushing 20, or, like, honestly, it's pushing longer than that. Like, it gets very nerve-wracking. And I felt a lot better once they said, like, the 3 main... So,
everyone's in
Bette
it.
Midler and, yeah. I felt a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still, like... I'm hopeful. Because otherwise Disney is literally shooting themselves in their foot. But they haven't been doing well lately. As far as I'm...
Disney's due for a
feeling.
fall overall, like... But they've been teetering on that edge for a hot minute. Like, it's been like this for a while, and then Lightyear came out, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you even doing?
Look, the early live actions weren't bad.
But there's a charm to them because they were unique ideas. You had Xenon, Girl of fucking Tomorrow. You've got Smart House featuring... I was gonna say the MILF House, but then I started thinking about the boy from Simpsons. That's you know, all those old Disney Channel movies have like some sort of weird charm to them compared to the live action remakes they do now. Except Cruella, but that was just funny.
See, I didn't mind Cinderella, but not a lot of people do.
I liked it because it was Fast and Furious.
That was very confusing for my brain.
Alright,
so what information have you got?
Alright, God of War 2 or 5 or maybe more. Ragnarok is out next month, which is cool. I don't play those games. It's more of a white collar department, but I like that they were on radio silence for a while as game developers, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's going to get pushed till next year," and they made their announcement. And it's like in like 4 weeks.
Yeah,
that's a good way to do the hype train instead of being like, "We're working on a game. We'll talk about it." What did Bethesda do? They're like, yeah, we're working on Fallout 5, but we got to put out this Space one and another Skyrim first. So it won't be for like another 30 years, but it's coming.
But that's the thing.
Hype is a candle and it'll burn away.
Yeah.
Whereas this game, I think the sooner you go from straight announcement to release is a good thing. We knew they were doing Ragnarok, but they hadn't put a date on it. It'd been a while.
Yeah.
And they're like, it is like fucking ready.
But, like, I also think we as a society...
Oh, here we go. Here comes Walking Phoenix Joker with an opinion about society.
We've, like, created this problem for ourselves where there's too much... Like, they have to announce things too early. And we have to get our 3 trailers. And, like, there's only so much they can do. Shit changes. Like... I would prefer them to be like, okay, it comes out in a month.
That's what I mean. I was pleasantly surprised by that choice.
I think that's what more people need to do.
Instead of doing Last of Us Part 1, which is also coming out. It's like, this is like the 4th time you've remade Last of Us 1. Fucking create a new game.
Thank you, GTA.
Oh my fucking lord. You got Last of Us, you got Last of Us Remaster, you got Last of Us 1 and 2 fucking bundle, you got Last of Us Part 1. And they did a bunch of, like, trailers being like, look, we're doing good. It's not just a reskin. I'm like, you shouldn't have to reiterate that. You should be making a fucking new property. We are so far from the Naughty Dog that gave us Crash Bandicoot. Holy shit. Like, this...
Oh, it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh my god. So those 2 are coming out. I've obviously listed some of the main things, whether it's on our radar or not. Bayonetta 3.
Oh, yeah.
They are introducing a short blonde-haired punk lady that you can also play as.
Interesting.
And you fight homunculuses. And that's fun. There's a feature now where you can turn down Bayonetta's nudity.
Oh.
I don't know who the fuck is playing it for any other reason.
Yeah.
But you know what Nintendo does. Like, there's Barney the dinosaur as far as sexual violence and stuff goes.
It's just rude.
I mean, their Call of Duty competition is Splatoon, so...
That's true.
It is the baby company, what can you do?
Family friendly, I think they prefer.
I explained to you why she has so much nudity going on when she's powering up and doing things. You want to explain to our listeners what you know about Bayonetta, no?
No.
About how all her outfits and weapons are just her
What?
hair.
Ew.
Every time I tell you this, you always forget, but you always have the reaction.
Look, I know we just did Pirates of the Caribbean.
And that's where the nudity comes from.
Okay
The more like she feeds into her, whatever she's fucking doing, the more the hair is not covering her thighs and what have yous. I don't think it's leg hair though. I don't think it's pubes. I don't know a lot about Bernard. I think it's all off her head.
Just imagining it with really long eyebrows and it's really upsetting.
It's all eyelash. The droopy eyelashes. Who's that dude I'm thinking of? Snuffleupagus. He had droopy eyelashes.
Yeah.
He did.
I don't...
Tell me. Yeah. She looks like Snuffleupagus. Alright, so you've got Skate is coming out, not to be confused with Skate. Just put a fucking 4 on it. Don't even pretend, okay? They're just calling it Skate.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. It's going to be free to play.
That's nice.
It's normally not, but at the moment they say it's not going to be pay to win. They're not going to have locked map areas or paid loot boxes or gameplay advantage. So I'm curious to see how they're going to make their money.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's how they'll claim it's being made, and then it'll come out and all the reviews will come through where it's like, oh, it's great. And then they'll put that shit in. Because that's what they fucking did to Crash Team Racing. That's not EA, but the last time they were like, oh, we're not going to do microtransactions, it'll be fine. They wait for the reviews to go through, and then it can't be edited down because everyone already has a mental image of the game and people's opinions of it, and then they fuck with it.
But that's backfired recently.
Mm-hmm.
Saints Row.
Yeah.
They got everyone together, they showed them a bunch of footage, and then didn't put out the footage they showed the reviewers.
Well, they just did a
and
CGI
all of
announcement
the reviewers were pissed because it made them look like idiots.
Yeah. No game, no hype, those are the rules. But they had seen game, and there was hype. But they didn't show it to the public. But we've got it now. We've had the trailers that they were originally shown.
I feel like that gave enough bad coverage that anyone else that tries to do it is just rude.
I don't know what you think, but I assume, because they've said no paid loot boxes or anything, I think it'll be specific
like
items.
And
yeah, you'll be paying for a deck.
Yeah.
You'll be putting in $2 for the standard element board or something.
Oh, I mean, look at Fall Guys. We've been playing that a lot recently, and it does the same thing.
Yeah, it's not.
You can play it, and you don't have to pay for anything.
And it's not the loot box sort of system because it shows you what you're paying for.
Exactly.
It's not, yeah, I think it'll go that route.
I'd be okay with that.
No, I'm okay with that. I'll buy a flipboard and I won't have to spend any more money after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you excited for another game of Skate?
Sure, why not?
Well, we're not going to get any more fucking Tony Hawk's Activision, so we may as well enjoy this.
I don't know. He's making a name for himself.
That Tony Hawk fella?
Yeah.
No, they already confirmed they were doing 3 and 4, and then Activision's like, you should fucking sink all your time into Diablo and bullshit and crap, because we don't fucking like being a good company. Yeah, but they've got the app that no one likes.
Again,
the mobile game that no one likes.
Still a thing.
Activision is dead. It is a dead company, and
Which
they're doing
is
it to
weird,
themselves.
Because it was such a big part of our childhood. Like,
That's where Bobby Kotick is too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Moving on.
Okay. Alright, we've got Kirby's Dream Buffet. You brought up Fall Guys earlier, so I think you'll enjoy this because it looks exactly like Fall Guys. That's all I really know.
Okay.
GTA 6.
Apparently.
After 3 generations of 5 and online's pay-to-win bullshit, followed by the definitive edition, they handballed to a company who fucked up the app version so hard they had to change their company name. I'm not excited about it yet.
Till I
Can you blame me?
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, until I've got the game in my fucking hands, I'm not going to trust it. Because the Rockstar we know and love left, and then the last guy did fucking Red Dead Redemption 2 as his swan song, and then hit the bricks as well.
Yeah.
It's... Until I get definitive proof that Rockstar can still swing an axe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be based roughly on like a Bonnie and Clyde system instead of the 3 guys. You'll have a guy and a lady. It'll be in Miami. It was going to be in 4 cities, but they've had to scale it back now because apparently having like horrible PR for how you treat your workers is bad. So they're trying to tone down the crunch times and the working, every hour of every day, never seeing your kids until the game's out kind of shit. So they're scaling it down, which is, I'd prefer that. I'd rather a game that doesn't make people miserable.
Yeah, I would rather a small game that runs well than a large game that nobody likes. On all sides. Some
Nintendo dude has a quote, and I don't remember his name, nor do I remember it verbatim. But a good delayed game comes out eventually. A bad rushed game is bad.
Yeah.
Like forever. You're better off waiting for a quality product. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But again, they've not really impressed me in the last literally 3 generations of console.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Remember when PS2 was around and there was like 4 different GTAs on it?
No, I didn't play GTA.
Them days are gone because people will buy the fucking DeLorean online.
I mean, it's fun. It flies.
Hey, we're getting RoboCop the game.
Yeah.
That looks... you can't tell yet. There's not much in the trailer, but I'm excited for it.
Look.
RoboCop's a fun character, and we haven't seen him in a game unless he's guest character in Mortal Kombat in, 30 fucking years now?
I just hope that it's a good game because Ash let us down.
Yeah.
However, apparently there's an animated series for that coming out.
We'll see.
I'll have to do more research on that.
Look, but Ash has had a game on, every generation.
Oh, yeah.
Evil Dead has been going steady as far as games go. RoboCop hasn't had shit.
No.
What are some other 80s...
But it's making a little bit of a resurgence now.
Yeah. And there's going to be a survival horror Terminator game if you prefer Terminator. But I'm excited for RoboCop. I want to shoot someone's dick off.
You have to find all the aliens.
That would be fun. Yeah, I was going to ask what 80s character who hasn't really seen much games would you like? Bailey would be fun.
Gremlins, the only one I could find was German.
Yeah, Gremlins was my answer. That Game Boy game was hard as fuck. And not not very enjoyable.
Again, it was German.
Yeah. So I think it's time for a new one. Could you imagine a roughly open world where there's just a gremlin invasion?
It would be
They
fun.
would booby trap it. It would be kind of fun.
It would be great.
Yeah.
Particularly if you were playing as the gremlin and you just had to set up.
I was thinking you're just a boy having to deal with what a horrible shit show it is.
I'm going the other way, and I'm you play as a gremlin trying to just destroy people.
I was going to say it'll be like Destroy All Humans, but with a different power set instead of aliens.
And the only way to you could do it that you play both sides.
No, because that's when we start getting into bullshit online multiplayer crap.
That's true, but you could have a boy that has to turn on the TV with Snow White on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope the RoboCop opens a bit more of a floodgate for things like that, because there's a market for it.
But that's, I think, more of those, 80s, 90s stuff is going to start making it resurgent, because that's what we want to see. Which is what Disney tried and failed.
Because it's not genuine.
And that's the thing.
It's the Machine Gun Kelly of pop punk. It's not genuine.
He's not pop punk. You wash your mouth out with soap for saying that sentence.
You know what I mean, though? It's the shitty
rude.
Manufactured, this ain't it.
Oh, this was popular once, we should do the same thing.
Yeah. It's comparing, homegrown peas to, the frozen ones that you get in the bottom of, your microwave meal. Yeah.
He's not
more 80s games. Because some horror games are pretty fucking great. There's some really good licensed ones, and I'm thinking of, the Saw games. Those were amazing.
Yeah,
they had no right being as good as they were. They were a fun time.
I played the Michael Jackson game, but I don't think they'll be making a remake of that.
You think they're going to do Thriller? They would.
It was a great game.
His estate is just, whorish. He's got so many post-mortem albums, it's ridiculous.
No, Elvis has the most. A little less conversation.
I don't think an Elvis video game would be very fun, unless it's that Bubba Hotep movie.
Yeah, I don't think you'd do one.
We mentioned Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yep. Because that's getting remade?
Yeah, it's getting remade.
Which was disappointed considering how much I know you like that game.
I do, but there was an initial level of excitement for a continuation or a new adventure, completely dashed by, it's a remake of a game you have in the shed and can play anytime you want, so what's the fucking point? No one... Oh, the producer is involved, but Grasshopper Manufacture, Suda51, and James Gunn will not be involved. So that's like a...
But that said, they're
We'll have to wait
remaking a game that exists, so they don't need to make a lot of changes.
They would.
And
that engine
while-
is ancient by today's standards.
I know, but the engine is ancient, not the game.
Yeah.
Like, they can sit there and compare. They don't really...
Yeah, I don't know why people asked James Gunn if he was involved, because, like, it's already written.
Exactly.
But because we don't know anything about anyone involved in it, and there's no gameplay trailer, it's just a dude saying, yeah, I'm gonna do another one.
But the thing is,
We'll
and I
have to wait and
understand you have a copy that you can access and play.
It's a hard game to track down now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if they're, like, planning to continue that story...
I'm gonna tell you right now, it
They
won't be as
have
good
to bring it
because
out.
by licensing standards, it won't have the same music.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be knocked out like Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 was.
Oh, and I'm
Which,
sure that it'll
they did
be...
a pretty good job.
I'm sure that it'll be, like, a little political correct.
Oh, no, you can't...
I think it will.
Oh, what's the point of the game?
I don't think it'll be much.
There wasn't that much to begin with, really. You can move the camera up her skirt and you get an achievement that's plastered in your profile forever being like, you looked up her skirt. It's one of those achievements
But
that if you
that's
get,
not-
it's like,
That's not political
you're a
correctness.
pervert.
That's just a, like,
That's on you.
pervert teenager.
That's funny, that's your fault.
Yeah.
It's a very quotable, fun game, and I hope more people get into it. Look,
But that's the thing. I don't think you could continue that story without remaking.
I don't really care
I
about
understand
it.
why you're
I
upset.
don't care
by
about
it,
a remake, but there could be more... It's the things that if this goes well, that it branches into that I'm more excited about.
But, yeah.
A fucking pop vinyl or something. You know what I mean? There could be
Ooh,
literally
no.
anything that comes out after the fact.
And we know they can do butts now.
I don't want to upskirt a pop vinyl.
But nude pop vinyls.
Why the fuck haven't I got a giant Lady Demetrius pop vinyl? They missed the boat on that.
Yeah.
Do you think they knew she was going to be this popular? Because there's like no merchandise. There's that big statue you can take the dress off of. They know their fan base. What can I say? So the only other thing I have is that LeBron James has been added to Warner Brothers Multiverse,
Oh, I saw that.
and they've announced Rick and Morty. Okay, but people have pulled it apart, data leak style, as you do, and found some more character names.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who else we got?
we got Gandalf.
Which makes sense with all the Lord of the Rings stuff coming out.
They're also adding Legolas,
Again.
King Kong, Godzilla,
People love the giant animals.
Neo from The Matrix,
Popular.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat.
When's the next film for that coming out?
I don't know. Joker, Static Shock, Poison Ivy, Black Adam, Nubia, and Raven from DC.
Okay.
Okay. The Wicked Witch.
Of the what?
Yep, Daenerys Targaryen.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, that fella. Marvin the Martian.
Well, I like him.
Gizmo.
Well, they've got the animated show coming out soon.
Emmett from the Lego Movie. Craig of the Creek. Ted Lasso.
Apparently very popular, though I have no idea what he's from.
It's a show about a American football player going and coaching a soccer team. You look at me like there's supposed to be more to it. I don't think there is. We've also got Samurai Jack and Powerpuff Girls.
Popular.
That's the current data leak. There was a previous one that had more.
Oh.
So these ones are probably going to be delayed till after the current roster's done. Featuring Fred Flintstone,
I like him.
Johnny Bravo,
I like him.
Ben 10,
Never watched it.
Harry Potter. Now, I'm assuming Ron Weasley, but I did write down Ron Potter.
Run, Weasley.
And Mad Max. So those might be coming later.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's not too bad.
I'm glad that people seem to be enjoying that game. Because you look at it and you're like, oh, well, it's just Smash Bros. But anyone who doesn't use Nintendo with an Xbox or a PlayStation, really, you need a competitor.
Yeah.
Like how I'm waiting for Prop Hunt to be cheaply knocked off for console.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised that it still hasn't been.
I think there's a couple of indie games that do it, but it's not... It ain't it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how are you feeling?
Sleepy.
Is there any other news that's tickled your tangle?
There was one I was going to sit on for next week, but we can talk... actually, fuck it. I got a few things here. How long do we need?
45.
Alright,
so we could stop if we wanted.
No, man, it's fine. I was going to pretty much do like a show and tell what I've been doing on my time stuck at home. But I've mostly just been like... So far, I've just been like watching YouTube, American Dad, and playing Fall Guys and Fallout.
Which we've done Fallout, buddy.
Yeah, I've done plenty of that. But there is some Fallout news regarding the TV show.
Oh yes.
You
were showing me set photos.
There is no news. There are set photos. Is what I'm saying. So things we've seen so far. We've seen Super Duper Mart.
Yeah.
You know, like their Woolies equivalent. We've seen Power Armor.
We love Power
We've
Armor.
seen some Enclave-looking motherfucker with a laser rifle.
Oh yeah.
All the designs seem to be from 4, except for the Enclave, obviously. Which is, you know, my preferred blend.
Yeah.
The fact that it looks pretty good, it gives me a little bit of hope. You know, it's not going to be CW sort of stuff where it just looks like fucking they filmed it in some fucking town and it's not special.
Yeah.
You know, there seems to be like some oomph going into its production design, which I
think it's kind of hard because it's such a stylized.
Yeah, but that's kind of why I assumed they'd go fuck it and CGI most of it, because it's very stylized. But they seem to be crafting. Yeah. Seem to actually be building something. Because that building interior we've seen looks like pretty much 50% of the buildings, but it looks like a lot of the default stuff I see in the game. The world building looks good. That's all we can go off is the set design, and I'm very impressed so far.
Well, that's good at least.
Will there ever be a ghoul as charismatic as Hancock? We'll have to tune in and find out.
I wonder how they'll do the ghouls, because that seems like a long time in makeup.
Well, isn't there a fucking ghoul-looking dickhead in Stranger Things this season?
I don't watch Stranger Things.
There's just a melted guy. He looks like a ghoul with a fat neck.
Much to the displeasure of most of the people I spend my time with.
Listen, if you're gonna do nothing but post about it, TikTok remix music about it, and just shovel it down my throat, I'm not gonna watch it. Stranger Things is just Breaking Bad. It's just Lost. It's other examples.
And see, I was called weird today for not watching it, and I was like, if that's the reason you think I'm weird, I'll take it.
No. I've also been playing some Nier Automata, and I tell you what, in that, I forget what it's called, like the Sculpted City? The whited out...
The white one.
Yeah, the whited out place that seems to just be built out of matter. There are a lot of dead androids down there for you to respawn. A mechanic of the game is that if you die in game, you can leave your corpse there for other people to go by and revive it, so they have a little bit of assistance, or they can harvest it for parts. Yeah, well, it doesn't take it out of yours; it's just left for them, which is nice. There's a bunch of them around there because people have been spending a lot of time there recently.
Is there something in the city that, like a big boss?
No, because now we're far enough down the news mill that we found out there's a fucking mod and it's nothing. It's not real. And...
Oh, he said it wasn't.
I know. It's
That's
a good
rude.
So someone released some footage being like, "Hey, yo, what's this?" And he just pushes through a secret doorway he pushes through a wall.
He pushes in a wall, and it's a door,
and goes down this huge ladder, and inside is like a church and like a cutscene and shit. It was all built by someone.
Buddy, you got too much time.
So yeah, it ended up being a hoax, but by the amount of bodies I found just around, like combing that area,
that took a couple of days.
Mm.
Because you were telling me about that like end of last week.
Yeah, now the jig is up, which is disappointing. For a game 5 years old, I was a little disappointed in it graphically. But, you know, it's getting old. it's not like a big AAA title. It's very pretty. It's about the futility of everything. Which is a moral I don't... I really shouldn't be allowed
A
near.
great game to play during a pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, everything I play at the moment is dystopian as fuck, so really, at least, like, all the humans are dead, all the aliens are dead, there's nothing going on, we're all sad and just bickering at this point. But hey, it's slightly less sad than Fallout is.
A little.
Not by much. Well, at least we went to the moon in New Year Automata.
True.
But yeah, those are my sort of news updates.
I think that's not too bad.
What are you most excited about in the upcoming things?
Just Halloween in general.
Yeah.
I'm very basic white bitch.
I'm
I
excited.
know that I don't live in a country where we have fall or Halloween, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I will live my aesthetic lifestyle, and you can guys deal with it.
I'm excited about RoboCop, the game. I'm not excited about Lollipop Chainsaw, but I will take whatever it leads us into. Because all the merchandise from that original game is, like, Japanese exclusive, rare as fuck, and marked up to hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope they do some more stuff. We've got Saints Row coming out this month. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes.
Mm.
And we've got Gotham Knight coming out in October. They released some gameplay for it this morning. Looks alright. There's a lot of like negative comments about it, but I think the people commenting on the internet are just sadder than the average people at this point. And yeah, until it's out, I can have a bit of a fiddle around with it. That's the thing.
I know it's
the first 16 minutes without cutscenes, so it's trivial.
Like,
but like every
that's the thing. I know
every game's like that.
we usually say no game, no hype, and we have game, but it's tutorial.
It's chill.
Is that really game?
Chill game, chill hype. Those those are also the rules.
We're making rules.
Yeah. But yeah, there's some decent stuff coming, which is good because I feel like there's been like a bit of a gaming drought.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole PS5 coming out, and then what's the point of getting it? There's nothing on it, kind of thing. Hopefully, we're starting to get past that now.
Look, it's been a tough couple of years for everyone, for every industry, for every... And sure, it's not going to go back to what it was.
Oh, it looks like we're on the right track. It looks like there's a
We're
great, big,
creating our
beautiful
new normal.
tomorrow.
Shining at the end of every day?
No, like when Saints Row comes out.
Oh.
Haha, got your ex.
Apparently they updated the future scene in that again.
Every time they do that, it's trivial because it ain't up. In another 50 years, we'll be wrong again.
50? Only like 5.
Yeah, that is fun. They're like, oh, we have VR, and it's like, yeah, we got that now, nerd. Pussy.
Yeah,
You fucking animatronic pussy.
the difference is his grandma is willing to play it.
Where'd the mystery daughter go?
Shut up, you.
Alright, well, thank the listeners and close up.
Thank you, listeners.
I was Toby.
I'm a skater boy.
Remember to rate, review, subscribe, do all the things.
I'm Kyle.
There you go. Don't get sick.
I'm trying.
Cla-
Semi-active.
Not you, the listeners. Class dismissed.